I'm
Yeah,
getting a
it's
little
amazing.
old for this.
Well, I was gonna say it's amazing how, without getting into theological beliefs, how supposedly when you look at all of creation or all of that which is alive on this planet, that we're supposed to be the intelligent beings, the
Right, right.
most intelligent, and we have some of the most difficult understanding of the realities and just getting along in that, because even in the description of what you just said, so the common denominator, and I try and have a different conversation, tackle some of these topics in the book, that the common denominator is that we're supposed to be you know
Right,
all the
supposed to be.
common it was human beings, right? And when people talk about racism, and I understand it and I get it, when people use the term, but I thought there was this one thing called the human race. So when I look at other people, you always say, we both got two hands, we both got two arms, we both had 10 fingers, 99.9999% of the population. And then you looked at the one other major distinction that we said was, in our culture, was, well, one's a male and the other's a female, and so we had that distinction. And then amongst all of those two major distinctions, then you have, what I call, you have diversity.
Right, right,
You can't
right.
use that word. Well, I can and I will, but then you have the diversity, which is a wonderful thing, because as much as people say that I like the same, after, and I try and address that, I want everything the same. We in our humanness, over a period, I tell a story about the fact that you go to a restaurant and I hate change, and I want that same. I want that same steak. I want it to smell the same way. I want everything to be exactly the same. And I hate it when I go there and I've had all this anticipation and I was waiting. I traveled all the way to the city, Chicago, be wherever it was, and I get there and that doggone menu has changed and the
Right.
food's not the same. And I hate it. But then
Mhm.
what people don't realize, and I try and connect the dots, that if you went to that same restaurant and you had that same meal the same day, every day, for day after
Can
day
be
after, you know what
terrible.
you're gonna say? I'm
Right,
sick and tired of this same
right.
meal. And it,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
there's a
exactly.
there's an ancient writing that I keep referring to, and it talks
Right,
about manna. Some people
right,
don't know that. They say, "Listen, we're getting tired of this."
right. They're
Yeah,
getting that manna every
we get
day
this
for a
same
while. It
thing.
looked like a miracle,
And
turned into
so,
a curse.
yeah, and so if
Right,
we would take that simple concept of practical application and realize that, I know you got, well, he's black, he's white, well, I'm in black skin, you're in white skin, he's this way, and realize that if we were all the same, what a boring place.
right.
That
Yeah.
you get tired of looking at you. If it was just, if everybody, we used to do this when I was growing up, Jim. People, and it was a little bit of challenge because they wanted to say that maybe you're a great person. So they would say, what would the world be like if everybody was like you? And it was supposed to be, well, it should be a great place. No, if everybody was like me, it'd be a quite boring
Right,
place.
right. Well, and in the book, the reason I made that reference earlier to my childhood was what blew me away was this description of going to this. I don't think it was you. I think it was someone you were talking to had gone to this storage unit to do something, and they saw a group of people that were not like them. And then all of a sudden, this suspicion starts coming in their head. And that's what brought me back to my buddy Larry that I grew up with, because before the stuff that happened in our childhood happened, no one had any suspicions. We weren't suspicious of each other, you know. But then when I read that, I was thinking, wow, after that, I'm looking at people of other colors or other cultures, and I'm like, I don't know if I can trust those people or not. And where's that coming from? And I know in the book you address that. Where is that? Is
Yeah.
it real? Or is it something in my heart or something in my brain that's not right?